Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, are you ready for the Lancashire Hotpots virtual pub quiz? And here's your quizmaster, Dickie Ticker.
Welcome everybody, it's Monday night, welcome to the Lancashire Hotpots virtual pub quiz. I'm Dickie, your quizmaster. I hope you're ready for 40 or so minutes of fun. To join in with us tonight, you're going to need a pen and paper, you're going to need a drink and some nibbles. So if you're playing along tonight, type in the box who you are and where you're playing along from. If there's a couple of you, type in your team name, and now might just be a very good time to tag in your mates so you can play along with them and see who gets the best score. So, this quiz is going to test your general knowledge. Let me chat now to some people who regularly test my patience, the Lancashire Hotpots. First up, it's Bernard. Bernard, what's your name and where you calling from?
Hello, everybody out there. My name's Bernard, and I'm from Lancashire.
Yay! What have you been doing to cool down in this hot weather, Bernard?
Just opening windows, don't go out. You're not supposed to go out anyway, unless you are, which you can.
From today,
5 people who you know, which makes 6 at 2 metre distances, which means you need a big space.
It can be confusing. What have you got to cool yourself down with tonight?
I'm glad you've asked. Some dry, cool wit, hopefully.
Oh.
Both of these items were selected by little Bernadette. She said, "Daddy, I like the look of that one. Coors Light."
Well,
She'll learn.
No, it's a junior brew. One for the
It had a
kiddie winks.
We had a crack at that.
The ABVs on that aren't too shabby, are they? The ABVs. What's the ABV on that?
Be 3.8.
It's. I can only see a picture of a mountain, and it's not always.
Because we won a box of Coors Light in bottles in a raffle last week, and I'm sure it was 4 point something. 4 point something, that I reckon.
Export.
Let's just say 4. Either way, it's 10 and drive. But
the alcohol's probably higher than the flavour.
She's excelled herself with the crisps. Come on, give it up for Bernadette.
Oh,
nice, classic.
Billy would be proud. That's a very strange price, 39p.
Or 2 bags for 78. So I'll take your pick.
Okay.
Surely only still only be 10p when we were her age.
Careful with your cornclad. Okay, cheers, Bernard. Thanks for that. Up next, we've got Bob. Bob, what's your name and where you calling from?
Good evening, Dickie. It's Bob here, and I'm from Lancashire.
Yay! Oof. It's like you're some sort of miniature Ian Brown with that. Or maybe a giant Ian Brown, considering the size of your bongos.
Is that a bongo or a Congo?
Don't know. We picked it up from somewhere.
Bongos.
Not sure where we've got them. They're just lying around. I've just got them here somewhere. Yeah.
Okay, so what are you cooling yourself down with tonight, Bob?
So I went with. I used to back in the day when I used to buy CDs before the streaming world came in. I used to buy albums just because of the cover, just because of what the cover looked like. I've done exactly the same with my beer this week, and I have bought. I've never had this before. Kenny will know this immediately, probably. It's Ripe Times from the Magic Rock Brewing. Yeah.
Nice.
Very colourful.
They do have very distinctive, eye-catching cans, don't they?
Yeah, it's 6.5%.
Nice.
That'll do for me. Yeah,
a big one. And for your nibs,
nibbles. I have got some Jacob's cheeselets.
Oh.
But my mate Roland said that he reckons.
Not Roland from the Great Deal, is it?
No, not him. If you open your snacks from the bottom, all the flavour that's kind of come down will kind of come to the bottom. So I'm going to give it a go.
I mean, that's a very Roland from Grange Hill thing to say.
Yeah, but surely now you've turned it upside down, all the flavour has now dropped to the other end.
Well, maybe it's all evened out. It's all, I don't know.
It's had longer to get to the actual bottom than it will for now to go. By the time you've ate it, it'll still all be up there. I think he's onto something.
Right. I'm sure it won't detract from my enjoyment of Jacob's cheeselets.
Yes. Are they baked, not fried as well?
It doesn't say. I'm just noticing. It does actually look almost cheeselets. Looks almost the same as it does that way up. what it does the other way up.
Very good.
A palindrome-looking non-palindrome.
I think they call it an ambigram, don't they? An ambigram.
And what's the ABV on the cheeselets?
9.2%.
Very good.
Nice.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, cheers for that, Bob. Up next, we've got Kenny. Kenny, what's your name and where you calling from?
How do cockers? Kenny Body here, and I'm from Lancashire.
Yay!
You know it is.
It's warm tonight. It's warm, Kenny. I'm sure you've got a low ABV session beer to cool yourself down with tonight during the quiz. Am I right?
Yeah, well, I say it's low for me, but it's not quite low for the everyday. But yeah, I've gone for a Old Brother Brewing Time Waits for No One saison.
Right.
That's the can, bright and lively looking. Apparently, it's made with orange peel. And it looks like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite refreshing.
Yeah. And you say low ABV for you, but not for the average hunter. What's it rocking on the scale?
6.1.
Oh, wow.
That's quite low, that, for me.
Well,
For you. And to so-call that up in the nibble stakes, we have...
Well, again, because it is quite warm, I don't really like anything too kind of salty sometimes. I felt like something a bit more sweet, so I went for my favourite sweet, which is the jelly tot.
yeah, you've mixed it up though, I like that.
Yeah, so I've got the saison made with orange peel and some orange jelly tots.
Excellente. Right, you took into your tots while we speak to the only fully qualified medical practitioner that we have with the hot pots. It's Dr. Ron. Ron, what's your name and where are you calling from?
My name's Dr. Ron Seal, and I'm calling from Lancashire.
Yay!
Full house.
So are you still cracking on with your case in terms of your drinking material, Dr. Ronald?
Well, I've not changed. I'm still on the Punk IPA.
Yeah.
But I've upgraded now. I've got myself a little Brewdog glass as well.
It's all official. It's all official.
Kenny has turned me. Chin chin, everybody. Yeah.
And I've got you drinking Brewdog as well.
Yeah, there you go. Every week, every week, every night, and every morning.
I'd go and get my Brewdog glass, but I'm not putting cores in it.
No,
that's it'd shatter upon contact. And what have you got to soak up all that lovely Brewdog goodness?
Well, I've been starting to think, like, you do on a morning, you think, what am I going to have for me tea tonight? Well, on a Monday, I'm always thinking, what am I going to eat the following Monday for the quiz? And this week, I thought, I'm going to go big or go home. So I've gone Walker's Max Double Crunch. We've had these before.
It's a popular quiz snack.
They are, and they're bold barbecue rib flavour. They are, and the bag is almost gone.
We started early. Let us know in the comments tonight if you're on the XXL Double Crunch.
The Double Crunch, yeah. And if you've still got all your gums and teeth when you finish the bag, because they rip it open.
They're
bleeding.
a snack.
Yeah.
Okay, cheers for that, Ron. Okay, at home, I'm going to ask you 10 questions on 10 different topics. This week, those 10 topics are music, films, egg sausage, chips and beans, it's in again, beer, crisps, the Lancashire Hotpots, the pie's the limit, everyone loves a Bernard, TV and potluck. Each correct question carries the value of 1 point, and as we know now, 10 correct answers equals 10 points. Hotpots, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, don't forget, no answers in the in any of the boxes below. Just write them down on your sheet. Hot Potters at home, are you ready? If so, let's get quizzing. Question number 1. Ireland, the beautiful Emerald Isle, full of Guinness, soda bread, and even more Guinness. But what I want to know tonight is which album has the highest number of platinum certifications according to the Irish Recorded Music Association of Ireland? Is it A, Adele, 21? Is it B, Talk on Corners, The Cause? Or is it C, Crazy Love by Michael Bublé? So when they say, this record's gone 10 times platinum or 12 times platinum, I want to know which out of those 3 records has gone the most platinum? Is it A, Adele with 21, B, Talk on Corners with The Cause, or C, Crazy Love by Mickey Bubbles?
And what's
In
the
Ireland.
Have I missed the bit about Ireland? What's going on
It's
there?
according to the Irish Recorded Music Association of Ireland.
So it's like the Irish from what?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like the BPI, but in Ireland.
Right,
So what's
okay.
what's the biggest Irish selling album of all time?
Adele,
Buble with Irish.
Adele 21, B, Talk on Corners, The Cause, or C, Crazy Love by Michael Bublé.
I thought he was Canadian.
Question 2 is always our films round, and tonight we're talking 1988's Die Hard.
Oh,
Yes.
classic.
Quick question for Ron: is Die Hard a Christmas film or not?
All day long, Die Hard is a Christmas film. If you watch it at any other time of the year, then you should be taken out into your back garden and shot
From
Okay.
a safety.
by John McClane.
Yes.
Surely it's like Chippy Tea, though. You should have one on a Friday, but you could also have one any other time. Surely you've got to watch it at Christmas, but you can watch it at other times as well.
It's like Gremlins, though. It's too seasonal for me. But if I'm in the middle of summer and watch Die Hard, I feel gutted because it's not Christmas.
well,
Do you know what I mean?
I was going to watch it tonight, but now I probably won't.
Maybe do Die Hard with a Vengeance instead. That's a bit That's a bit more
much
sunny, isn't
better.
it?
Yeah,
Yes.
because that's set in summer, so that would work. Lethal Weapon as well as a Christmas movie. Don't forget about
Is it?
We'll still be doing these at Christmas, so we'll get back to these.
We can have a special Christmas themed one. Anyway, as we know, as Ronna says, it's all about John McClane fighting baddies in the Nakatomi Plaza. But what was John McClane's wife called? Was she called A, Molly, B, Dolly, or C, Holly? So John McClane's wife in the old Die Hard film, was she called A, Molly, B, Dolly, or C, Holly?
Do we get an extra point for knowing what her maiden name was as well?
No.
Ah,
Because she's actually, well, according on I think Wikipedia, she's actually listed under a double-barrelled surname.
uh,
Question 3 tonight, and we return to the global meta topic of egg sausage, chips and beans, and this week it's all about beans. And I want to know which famous rock star was pictured on the cover of an album sitting in a bath of beans.
Ron's writing already. What's going on?
Maybe he's having a good week.
Are we getting any clues for that or what?
No clues for that one. You get clues for a few of them, but this is quite a famous picture.
I know who it is, but I always get his name mixed up with an actor, similar name. So now I have to try and get the right one.
Which famous rock star was pictured on the cover of an album sitting in a bath of baked beans?
oh, I'm not paper.
Not a clue.
If you run out of paper, Ron, you'll have to write it on your hand.
Oh,
Question number 4 is our beer round, and Boddington's was a very big beer brand in the early 1990s, made famous with its adverts depicting the head of a beer to be a bit like cream or something, #cream of Manchester. But what was the name of the model/presenter who fronted those adverts?
oh.
You know it.
Thank heaven, I get one.
You'll kick yourself when you... What was the name
Oh.
of that model? She was also a presenter who fronted that series of famous 1990s adverts where Bodies is in an ice cream van and all that. What's her name? Question number 5 is our crisps round. And ladies and gentlemen, it's the first ever proper picture round in the Lancashire Hotpots quiz.
Oh,
What?
Fighting.
how's he doing this? Is he sharing a screen? Or are you
I'm going to be
going
sharing a screen. So,
The excitement.
ladies and gentlemen,
Hello.
as we know, crisps are eaten not just in this country, but all across the world. I'm going to show you a bag of crisps from Smith's Crisps in Australia. Yes, they have Smith's crisps in Australia. And what I want you to do at home is to guess the flavour from the colour of the bag. Got that?
Yes.
So
No.
we're in Australia.
Right, yeah.
So think about it.
Things are upside down there, aren't they?
What flavour in Australia is the colour of that bag? What's that bag of crisps flavour?
As a side query, do they call them crisps or are they like Americans who call them
I
chips?
think they call them chips.
Unbelievable. Gigs off.
Ridiculous.
If I was going to be stereotypical here, I'd say they'd use a much fouler word. Because it's just Australian to do that, isn't it?
No worries, mate.
Question number 6 is about a little-known group called the Lancashire Hotpots.
Oh.
Who?
Oh, here we go.
Now, the song The Austerity Blues was on our last album, Sing Along and Ease Up Jamboree. It contains the following lyrics. Interest rates, mortgage, but what does Bernard complain about next?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
Come on, you used to sing this every single gig. So,
you had the words in a book.
It's in the second half of the verse. It's coming to the
It
end
is.
of the verse, that I'm sure.
You say him again.
Great.
Right, so
Mortgage.
it's interest rates, mortgage.
Going up.
What does Bernard complain about next in that song? What's the next word? What's he complaining about there in that song?
Thank you for that, Robot Dickie. Big
Tea or coffee? Tea or coffee? So Ron better get that right. Playing
Well,
on that
you
song,
know,
get
I
it
mean,
right. No,
only
never
been
mind.
in the
No,
band.
never mind. No,
Only been with the band 5 minutes.
no.
And you used to sing that one with me. We'd share a mic. We can't do that now because of the corona. But
Situation.
Oh, yeah, we can't do that.
Because of the cause as well.
and remember when I used to put my finger in your ear and
Yeah.
you know, like singing, yeah.
Oh, that's
Great.
Oh, that's out.
Well, what did you used to do on stage?
So question number 7 is the Pie's the limit. And in November 2019, Wiganer Ian Gerrard was crowned the winner at the 27th World Pie Eating Championships, held, unsurprisingly, in Wigan. He secured victory after gobbling down a meat and potato pie in how many seconds? Was it A, 30.4 seconds? Was it B, 33.4 seconds? Or was it C, 35.4 seconds?
They're all quite close together, those, aren't
So the World Pie Eating Championships held at Harry's Bar, which I think is Walgate, in Wigan. Ian Gerrard last year, he won by eating a meat and potato pie in how many seconds? A, 30.4, B, 33.4, or C, 35? 35.
Do we know the temperature of the filling at this point when we try to eat
I
it?
think they're room temperature pies.
Room temperature.
Yes.
His adrenaline would have been up. He'd have been fine for pain. Ram, ram, ram. It's just all you got to think there. Crust.
But it's got to go, you know.
Crust.
Everything's got to go. The filling's got to go. The crust has got to go. There's no liquids involved. You got to eat
We
it.
have those times for the third and final time, please.
Those times: A, 30.4 seconds, so half a minute. B, 33.4 seconds, or C, 35.4 seconds. Question number 8 is Everyone Loves a Bernard, and this week it's actor Bernard Hill. Bernard, 75, has had a long and illustrious career, but he shot to fame in the early 1980s in the BBC drama series Boys from the Black Stuff, playing which character?
Never. Not a clue.
Oh, come on!
Go on, say it again.
What is Boys from the Black Stuff? I've never heard of it.
It's one of the seminal BBC drama series from the early 1980s. I mean, proper It was like a big cultural
Massive. Massive.
I was one.
He had a catchphrase as well.
Could you repeat the question, please, Dickie?
Yes. Bernard, 75, has had a long and illustrious career, but he shot to fame in the early 1980s in the famous BBC drama series Boys from the Black Stuff, playing which character? He basically, his character became a household name.
Not in my house.
I only know one character from that particular series.
It might be
I've
that
written it
character.
down.
It might be that
I've written it
character.
down.
I can do that.
Was
There's a clue for you.
was Scully a sequel to that? Was it called Scully?
No, it was
No.
just
Completely
featured.
separate thing.
It just featured Liverpool's.
Right.
Now, if Billy was here, oh, by the way, we should be having Billy on the next quiz.
Ooh.
All be
The
well.
hamster wheel has gone.
That's
The
it.
Wi-Fi has arrived.
So,
in fact, the character's catchphrase is something you would never hear Billy say.
Giving the game
All
away.
will be revealed.
Giving the game away.
they're easy if you know them.
And it goes to prove I just don't.
Question number 9 is our TV round, and Family Fortunes is a show that's been offered on our TV screens since 1980, believe it or not. But to correctly answer question number 9, I would like you to give me the name of any 2 presenters of Family Fortunes from 1980 to the present day. And I will accept all variants of the Family Fortunes brand. I'll say that.
Not a clue.
One, two, three, 4, 5 people to choose from here.
Oh no! Oh no! I reckon I've got it.
Oh,
I reckon I've got it.
the cogs are moving, the cogs are moving. Question number 10 is our pot luck round. Even if you don't know, you can have a good stab at it. And I'm asking the following hypothesis. Tom Hanks has never won an Oscar. Is that statement true or is that false? Tom Hanks has never won an Oscar. Is that true? Or is that false?
Now, is this for a performance he's done or for a film he's been involved with generally?
Question quite clear, Bob. He's never won an Oscar.
So he would have to win an
I've got
Oscar
one,
for
Brandon.
Best Actor or Best Supporting Actor.
Okay. Yeah.
Or he could have done soundtrack. We don't know, do we?
He could have done. He could have got his. Banjolele out and crack one off. Ladies and gentlemen, it's half time in the quiz. That
Hurrah!
calls
Getting this
for,
far.
Let's have a drink.
This is absolutely delicious.
Ginger ale.
Hey, this is, by the way, the can was very nice. This is very nice, and as well, it's suitable for vegans.
Nice.
Excellent.
What are you on, Dickie?
I went to the oldie on Friday, so I'm on another blood orange IPA. I enjoyed it so much.
Yes, no,
I'm on some veggie jerky as well.
Oh, nice.
Hey, you jokes.
dried out leaves. Fantastic.
It's 100% plant protein.
Wunderbar. Has it been seasoned with something delicious?
Cornstarch, wheat protein, tomato paste,
Yep.
fructose, maltose, something I've never even heard of, saccharide, vinegar spices, licorice powder.
Wow.
Surprised my answer for question 7.
So, pardon my self-isolation equals self-marking, as we know, for the past couple of weeks. So let's run through the answers now. So question number 1 was our music round, as always, and I was talking about Ireland and which particular album had the highest number of platinum certifications. A, Adele, 21. B, Talk on Corners, The Cause. Or C, Crazy Love by Mickey Bubbles. Who did you plump for, Bernard?
Paddy O'Bubbles.
Paddy O'Bubbles, a popular entertainer. Bob?
This album was massive everywhere, so I've gone with Adele, 21.
21. Kenny?
Yeah, I've took a punt on the Bubbles.
Mickey Bubbles and Ron.
I was going to go with Adele, but then I thought Crazy Love, Van Morrison song, and, it's a very traditional album. I went with Crazy Love, Mickey Bubbles.
Ladies and gentlemen, you should have gone with the home side. It was Talk on Corners, The Cause.
I thought it was too obvious.
Let me run through the stats. The Cause were 20 times platinum. Adele 21 was 18 times platinum, so you were almost there if you chose Adele. And Mickey Bubbles was 15 times platinum.
Wow.
Ooh, don't start for everyone. Question number 2 is films, and we were talking Die Hard, and we all know it's John McClane who's the tough cop in a vest, but I wanted to know what John McClane's wife was called. A. Molly, B. Dolly, or C. Holly? Quite difficult to say after a couple of cans. Bernard, who did you go for? Which Holly?
Pointless in it. But you said Christmas, so I just wrote down Holly.
Holly. Oh, right. Maybe there was a subliminal clue in the script. Bob?
I couldn't really picture any of them, really, just because, don't know, Bruce Willis, would he go out with somebody called Molly, Holly or Dolly? Don't know. I put Molly.
Molly Ringwald, popular name in the 1980s.
Yeah.
Kenny?
Yeah, same reasoning as Bernard. I went for the Christmassy Holly.
Okay, and Ron?
I went with this answer because it's right, and it's Holly Gennaro.
It is C. It is Holly Gennaro - McClane.
I've got a question right.
I haven't actually thought about the Christmas connection. And
no,
Holly. There you go. So if you got that one right, well done. Question number 3 was egg, sausage, chips and beans, and I wanted to know which famous rock star was pictured on the cover of an album sitting in a bath of baked beans, possibly not for comic relief. Bernard, which rock star is it, do you think?
Not a clue. Phil Lynott.
Phil Lynott of the Thin Lizzies. Bob?
I think it was an album by The Who, and I think it was Roger Daltrey who was sat in the...
Roger Daltrey. Okay, thanks for that, Bob. Kenny?
Yeah, I knew it was The Who. I think it might be The Who Sell Out, the album. There's all pictures of different ones, but now I'm not sure whether I've got the right band member or not. Because I can't remember which one of them was in the bath and which one was doing something else. But I've also gone for Roger Daltrey / Timothy Dalton because I was getting mixed up.
I'd like to see Timothy Dalton in The Who. And Ron?
It is The Who Sell Out, but I went with Pete Townsend because he does hold a tin of beans on the front cover. I'm wondering whether he's in the bath of beans now. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm
Ron,
not sure.
You're going to kick yourself. It's Roger Daltrey.
Oh, yes.
From The Who's 1967 album, Sell Out. Yes. I think it's Townsend who holds the can of beans.
Holds the can.
And Daltrey's sitting in the bath.
Don't matter, I've got one right. I'm off the mark. That's all that matters.
There's a large bean distinction. Now, question number 4, the beer round. Again, it's one of those questions that you really should know it, because you should know which model / presenter fronted the 1990s Boddington's adverts. Bernard.
She ended up doing a bit with FICO. She ended up doing a bit with MotoGP on the BT Sport. Everyone knows it's Sykesy.
Melanie Sykes. Bob?
Yeah, I bought the lads' magazines back in the day. I remember this lady. So very lovely, Melanie Sykes.
Oh, our friends call her Mel, obviously. Kenny?
Yeah, undeniably, Mel Sykes.
Oh, he's a friend of the Sykester as well. Ron?
Yeah. I saw her on a train once on the way to the Nottingham gig. I remember that. She was very beautiful, and it was Mel Sykes.
Oh, everyone's familiar with Melanie Sykes. Well done for everybody. A full
I've got another point.
So, this next one was a bit of a head scratcher, perhaps, in our crisps round, and I wanted to know. Let's get this back up again. Let's share that screen again. Which flavour crisp this is in Australia? Bernard, which tempting flavour did you plug for?
Well, my initial thought was smoky bacon, but looking at the way that the blurring, the pixelisation had gone out, smoky makes similar sized words. So I went for prawn cocktail because one word's bigger than the other.
Okay, thanks for that, Bob.
Yeah, it's kind of obvious, isn't it, with the colour of the bag, but you're not a man that writes obvious questions, and Australia's upside down, and I had lots of kind of thoughts in the decision making, but I went with my first thought, as we always say you should do, prawn cocktail.
Prawn cocktail, okay, so you think I'm going for the famous Dickie double bluff?
You bluff.
Okay, Kenny, what do you think?
Right, my thinking behind this is, over here, pink prawn cocktail, but in Australia, they like to throw another shrimp on the barbie.
Oh, now that's good. That is good. Hey. And finally, Ron, what does your flavour sense, which is obviously all in the mind now?
Yeah, I just get the heat. But the thing was, because I thought, again, this was going to be a Dickie double bluff, I was going to put pickled onion, but then I just went with the, I smell bacon. That's really when I went with.
Well, you don't.
Well, I don't know.
Let's get it up again.
I just get the salt.
Ladies and gentlemen, in Australia, that is a packet of salt and vinegar crisps.
Oh, get away.
How twisted!
Disgusting.
How twisted!
Have we got
an
unpixelated image for proof?
I'll put it in now, in post. There we go.
I still don't believe it.
He's photoshopped it.
Yeah.
It's just like, how sick and depraved do you have to be to do that?
No.
Unbelievable.
It's no wonder we banished them to an island halfway around. Get out with your pinks and vinegars.
Hello to anyone in Australia who's watching.
Yeah, no offence meant. And same with the cause that we didn't guess you. If you are watching, Jim, no offence to you and your sisters.
Okay. Question number 6 is the Hotpots, and we were talking the austerity blues and the lyrics therein, and the following lyrics, which were interest rates, mortgage. What lyrics came next? What were you complaining about in that song, Bernard? You actually sung the song, and you sung those words for most nights before we were yanked off the stage because of a virus. What say you?
As you know, singing it means nothing. You've got to know it. And
You either know or you don't.
crossed, because this would mean 3 points this week. So I'm excited that I might have got this one. The cost of my Sky
The cost
package.
of my spy. I can't even say it.
Again,
okay?
he's on the IPAs.
I'll leave the text floating in midair. Bob?
I went with, because I thought it was the end of a verse, interest rates, mortgage. I don't think it is this. My wallet is under the cosh.
Okay, sorry, that laugh might not have indicated its level of correctness. Kenny?
Yeah, I wasn't 100% sure. I kept getting the bit about the tins of food for the kitty cats in my head, but then I figured that doesn't really rhyme with mortgage. The only thing I could think of that rhymed with mortgage was Sky package.
Sky package. Okay, the second inference of a Sky package. Ron. Now, of course, you played along to many a gig to this, big festivals, all sorts.
And on the record, and on the record as well.
Yeah, I mean,
Should
you
be
know,
ingrained.
I did play this on the record, but to be fair, I have only just joined the band, and I went with Sky package.
It is indeed the cost of my Sky package, so that
Yes!
Sky package gives you a point.
Come on.
Highest score ever with a 3. Pa, pa, pa. Apart from the one where I got 6, but this is good.
It is good, and there's still plenty to play for, especially in question number 7, which was all about pies, and we were talking about Ian Gerrard, who won the 27th World Pie Eating Championships in Wigan, eating a meat and potato pie in how many seconds? A, 30.4, B, 33.4, or C, 35.4. Bernard, how long do you think it would take a man from Wigan to eat a pie?
When you don't know, go down the middle. 33.4.
Bob?
I thought, because he's a Wigan guy, eating a pie in Wigan, it's a competition, just quickest, 30.4.
Kenny?
Yeah, exact same reasoning. If he's from Wigan and he's eating a pie, it's not going to see him coming. 30.4.
And Ron?
I worked in Wigan for many years, and I marvelled at those people eating, and I went with 33.4.
Ladies and gentlemen, the correct answer is C, 35.
Oh, come on.
Now that seems like quite a long time to eat. I'm sure I could eat
He
a
needs
pie.
to up his game big time.
Maybe,
But it's as Bernard said, the crust. Bernard said it. He said the crust, didn't he?
I think if we can all get to a bakery and get a pie, there's something to be had here for the Hotpots.
I think the next time that we're all together in somebody's back garden at an appropriate 2 metre distance, I think as long as those pies are individually wrapped, we can test and see whether that is. I think that's quite a poor score. Obviously, I'll go for cheese and onion. Obviously.
Yeah.
If you got anything,
We don't have to change size.
Sorry, Bob.
like a cheese and onion pie would be quite easy to kind of. If you've got steak chunky bits, you've got to chew them, haven't you?
But
No, you
yeah,
just swallow it. You just swallow. Bite, drink, go.
no, there's no drinking allowed in this. It's just the eating of the pie. I'm sure we can look at some footage between now and the date of the challenge. That would be good.
4.5 minutes for me.
No,
I'm not going any better than that.
You'll be quicker than that. Anyway, question 8 is Everyone Loves a Bernard. We're talking about Bernard Hill, and he rose to fame in the 1980s in Boys from the Black Stuff, playing which famous character Bernard?
No idea what the programme is, never heard of it, no idea who the actor is, so I just wrote Jimmy Nail.
Playing the character of Jimmy Nail. Bob?
The only character I knew from this drama, I think it's Yozza Hughes.
Yozza Hughes. Kenny?
I haven't got a clue, so I just wrote Bill Smith, which I now realise is a motorcycle dealership in Chester, but never mind.
It's good advertising for them, good advertising. And Ron?
Well, yes, it is Yozzy Hughes.
It is indeed Yozza Hughes. And what was his famous catchphrase, Ron?
Gives the job. I can do that. Gives the job. That's it. I can walk in a straight line. I'll do them all for you.
And in fact, if you have a look at, in fact, I might even put a photo here of Yozza Hughes and a photo of Harry Enfield and the Scousers. There's maybe a little bit of similar.
Oh, is that the fella?
That's the fella.
Still
Used to
haven't
go
got a
around
clue.
used to go around headbutting everyone.
The thing about the think.
Yes.
I think I know his face. Didn't know his name or the programme, but now I know his face.
Yes. Question number 9 was TV, and we were talking Family Fortunes, and I wanted to know any two of the Family Fortune presenters. Bernard's go on, Bernard. You keen to show your answers?
I am, because I went straight in with the obvious. Lady A.
That's one.
Then, because I was panicking, I started to write Pardwa Magwagwa. But I knew that were wrong. And at the last minute, Vernon K dropped in. Hello,
Vernon
come and
K,
have your
so
dinner.
you've
If
given me
not,
two
I'll give
answers
you the
there.
money myself.
Bob?
I went classic and old school. I put Max Bygraves and Bob Monkhouse.
Okay, thank you. There's 2 names there. Kenny?
I went Bob Monkhouse and Les Dennis.
Smashing. And Ron?
Same as Kenny. Bob Monkhouse, Les Dennis.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's been 5 presenters of Family Fortunes over the years. Bob Monkhouse, 80 to 83. Bygraves, 83 to 85. Dennis, 87 to 2002. Andy Collins, 2002. It was a daytime edition.
Right,
Didn't even have a studio audience. And the all-star variant, Vernon K, 2006 to 2015. So I think everyone's got a point there. If you only got one, then you're allowed half a point.
4 points.
Bernard, that could go up to 5 in our potluck round, because I asked you, and I said that Tom Hanks has never won an Oscar. Is that statement true or false, Bernard? It's one or the other. It's binary. It's 1 or a 0. What do you think?
He's got his own religion. It's false. Of course he's got one.
It's false. Okay, Bob?
Massive Tom Hanks fan here. I don't think he has, actually. I'm going to say that's true.
Okay, thank you for that. Kenny?
Well, he's done a lot of stuff, and most of it is top class. If he's not, I'm going to be really disappointed with just life in general. So I've gone false.
False. And Ron, he likes his films. What say you?
I thought he won one for Philadelphia, and I'm thinking that might have been Denzel, but I still went false.
Ladies and gentlemen, the statement that Hanks has never won an Oscar is false.
Yeah.
He's won 2 for Philadelphia in 1994, Ron, as you intimated, and he won one in the year after, on the bounce, for 1995 for Forrest Gump.
What you'll have also realised then with my statements about religion is that shows how little I know about films, because I thought you were talking about Tom Cruise.
Cruise, yeah. Yeah, I'm not only happy that I got that right, but I'm just happy the man has been rewarded for his fine work.
He's not won anything since 95. He's due something. Right,
Maybe we just take it for granted.
I think
because he's just consistently good.
It's consistently good in everything. Right, okay, everyone at home, toss up your scores. And in fact, you at home, put in your scores so we can see how well you all did with the Hot Pots as I go through and check their individual scores now. Bernard, what's your totaliser for this week?
Never an actual winner, but I'm a winner tonight. 5!
You've got 5. Thank you very much indeed for that. And that's good for you halfway there, Bob.
Not a good week for me. I've even been beaten by Bernard. I've only got 4.
4 out of 10. Wow, that's a significant decline there. Kenny?
I've got 6.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Racing ahead so far, but there's still everything to play for because, Ron, how many did you get?
Bring on the tiebreak. I got 6.
Tiebreak, ladies. We've not had one of these for a while. Tension drone coming up. Okay, Ron.
Can we just take a moment though to have a little drink and celebrate the fact that I beat Bob on a week where I wrote the words Jimmy Nail?
Cheers. Did you only get 5, Bernard? I thought you would have got 6. Okay.
Okay. So, we're going back to the wonderful world of sausages, ladies and gentlemen, for the tiebreaker. In 2014, the world's longest sausage was created in Piolesti City, Romania. I want to know how long that sausage was, and to give you a clue, I need the answer in miles. So in 2014, the world's longest sausage was created in Romania. How long was that sausage in miles?
Oh, but you're having a stab anyway.
Go on then, yeah.
You can all have a stab.
Just to the end.
So think
I'll
about
just say, look at my new notepad.
Oh, that's So how long do you think that the Romanians like their sausages? Long and thin, obviously, if we're talking in miles.
This could be 0.005 miles, though, couldn't it? To be honest.
The answer's in miles.
It could technically, yes. A centimetre could be measured as a fraction of a mile. So, Bernard, there's nothing to play for other than, just generally being part of the bonhomie and to see how good your sausage knowledge is. How many miles have you gone?
1.4.
1.4, thank you for that. Bob?
I've gone a bit stupid. I've put 25 miles.
Okay. Kenny, how many miles do you reckon the Romanians extended their sausage to?
Well, I think I might have gone a little bit overboard as well. My initial thought that came in my head was 4, but I thought, don't they say your intestines, which is a bit sausage-like, but it's all folded in round, is quite long. I went with 10 miles anyway, so stop waffling.
Kenny's gone for 10, and Ron?
I just went 1.5 miles. That's it.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the answer to the world's longest sausage is 38.99 miles. So, Kenny, you are the winner for this week.
Stop at the end of that machine.
Cheers.
Feeding meat into a sheath. How have they done that?
40 miles of length. What a length. What a professional length from the Romanians.
That's going to take some gobbling.
It wasn't. Was it Uruguay who did the Fray Bentos last week, and now the Romanians are excelling on the length of their sausages.
They've sorted out the sausage. Fair play to them. Hey, that's a cracking effort. That. What I suggest is we'll try the pie challenge, not the sausage one.
Yes.
Let's see how fast we can eat a pie and not how much sausage we can get into a skinny thing.
Careful with that hand action there.
I've watched MasterChef. That's how they do it.
Is it really? It looks like you're
There's a documentary about it.
extending a Vi-leader super mop. So Kenny is on the leaderboard. Kenny's just notched another one back there. That's all right. I think Bob's still in the lead, aren't you, Bob?
Come on, Bernard and Ron, will you just give us a game, will you? Me and Kenny are like streaking ahead.
I'm trying.
How many have you won, Ron?
One.
He's won one.
What?
I've got one on the board as well in time.
Yeah.
You have, yes.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
And no doubt, once Billy gets his broadband sorted, I'll tell you what, he could be a dark horse. He could be a dark horse.
He's playing catch up.
So thank you very much indeed for joining us on this enjoyable, lovely and warm Monday night. We hope to see you next week with another 10 questions from the Hot Pots. Until then, you stay safe, take care, and enjoy your drink and your nibbles.
Bye.